UFC's back in China, Shanghai to be exact, for a pretty fun card. We got 3 top 15 matchups at the top of it, some good prelims on it, and, as always, plenty of money to be made. Let's get into it. First fight of the night, we got Taiyilake Nueraji taking on Kiefer Crosbie. So Taiyilake is 11-1 with 1 no contest. This will be his UFC debut. Crosbie, 10-5, 0-2 in the UFC. Taiyilake has won 5 straight fights, all 5 of those coming by finish. Crosbie has lost 4 of his last 6, and he was finished in all 4 of those losses. Taiyilake, 24 years old. Crosbie, 35 years old. So I'm going to play it safe here. Go fight does not go the distance. It's minus 600. You're damn right I'm parlaying it. I'll get to it as we go. All 13 of Taiyilake's pro fights have not gone the distance, and 12 of Crosbie's 15 pro fights have not gone the distance. That's 89% combined. So I feel pretty good about it. Taiyilake, huge favorite here. Almost went with him, but then I'm like, 24 years old, making his UFC debut. Little nervous, even though Crosbie has not looked good on this level, but he's still a vet. He was in Bellator, all this shit. So riding with fight does not go the distance. If you guys are looking for anything else to take, though, and you want Taiyilake, take him by KO. It's minus 135, so you'd still have to parlay it. But 10 of his 11 pro wins have come by KO, and Crosbie's been KO'd before. If you want to play it a little safer, you could take Taiyilake by finish. It's minus 235. You'd still have to parlay it. All 11 of his pro wins have come by finish, and Crosbie's been finished 4 times before, his last 4 losses. And plus money bet here, Taiyilake in round 1, plus 150. 9 of his 11 pro wins have come in round 1, including 3 straight, and Crosbie's last 6 fights have all ended in round 1. Next fight of the night, we got Mudaerji taking on Kevin Borjas. So Mudaerji is 17-7. That is 4-4 in the UFC. Borjas is 10-3. That is 1-2 in the UFC. Mudaerji has lost 3 of his last 4, but he is coming off of a win. Borjas has lost 2 of his last 3, but he is also coming off of a win. Mudaerji, 29 years old. Borjas, 27 years old. I didn't know who to take money line here or anything, so I'm just going to, again, try and play it safe and take the over 1.5. It's minus 325. I'm parlaying it. I'll get to it as I go. Both these guys have hit it in 4 of their last 5 fights, so plain and simple, just hoping it goes a little long. If you guys are looking for anything else to take, how about this for a single? Mudaerji by KO is plus 550. That's absurd to me because 13 of his 17 pro wins have come by KO, and Borjas was just KO'd in his last loss. And plus 550, that seems like one of the most likely outcomes. That's crazy. I might have to take that myself, honestly. Also, crazy line here. Fight does not go the distance is plus 185. 20 of Mudaerji's 24 pro fights have not gone the distance, and 10 of Borjas' 13 pro fights have not gone the distance. It's 81% combined, and they're giving you it plus money. I just took an 80-something% combined in the fight before, and it was minus 600. I mean, both of these are crazy lines. I'm just saying, someone's got to take both of those. If you think it's going to go long, though, the odds makers obviously do. The over 2.5 is minus 250, so you'd have to parlay it. Mudaerji's hit it in 3 of his last 5, and Borjas has hit it in 4 of his last 5. And last but not least, how about this? Borjas by decision. It's plus 240. Only 2 of his 10 pro wins have come by decision, but they were his lone UFC win and his Contender Series win. And Mudaerji just lost by decision in his last loss. And his last win went the distance as well. So just saying, Borjas by decision is live. Next fight of the night, we got Sergei Pavlovich taking on Waldo Cortes-Acosta. So Pavlovich is 19-3. That is 7-3 in the UFC. Cortes-Acosta is 14-1. That is 7-1 in the UFC. Pavlovich has lost 2 of his last 3, but he is coming off of a win. Cortes-Acosta has won 5 straight fights. Both these guys still just 33 years old. And at heavyweight, I mean, that's a good sign of things to come, man. I'm going to play it somewhat risky here and take the over 1.5. It's minus 150. I'm actually going to parlay it with the over 1.5 in Mudaerji. Kevin Borjas gets us plus 118 for that 2-legger. I like that a lot. Pavlovich has hit it in 2 straight fights, so like maybe this is a new Sergei Pavlovich. You know, maybe he's playing it a little safer, going a little longer. Also, Cortes-Acosta hit it in 7 of his 8 UFC fights, so this man loves to go long. So I'm hoping Salsa Boy holds it down for us here and we go a little long. If If you guys are looking for anything else to take, though, I do like Sergei Pavlovich money line here. It's minus 215. In the last 6 years, he's only lost to the champ and the number 2 contender. Cortes-Acosta also arguably lost his last fight to Sergei Spivak, and that's his only ranked win. So, like, does he even have a ranked win if you want to get nitpicky? Pavlovich also going to have a 6-inch reach advantage here, and we all know this man hits like a fucking truck, so just saying. But Salsa Boy could ruin everyone's night like he always tends to do, and if you want that, take Cortes-Acosta by decision. It's plus 375. Half of his pro wins have come by decision, including 3 of his last 4, and Pavlovich lost by decision in his last loss, so that's definitely live. And how about this? Pavlovich by KO is plus money, plus 110. 15 of his 19 pro wins have come by KO, but Cortes-Acosta's never been KO'd before, which is obviously why it's plus money, but still. I never thought I'd see the day you get Pavlovich by KO at plus money against anyone. Co-main event, and it's a banger. Brian Ortega taking on Aljamain Sterling. Ortega 16-4 with 1 no contest. That is 8-4 with 1 no contest in the UFC. The Funk Master is 24-5. That is 16-5 in the UFC across bantamweight and featherweight. This will be at featherweight, where he is 1-1 in the UFC. Ortega has lost 3 of his last 4 fights. Aljo has lost 2 of his last 3 fights. Ortega, 34 years old. Aljo, 36 years old. I mean, come on. You guys know I'm riding with Long Island's own Aljamain Sterling money line here, minus 250. I think this is a good fight for him, dude. He lands more strikes per minute. Ortega gets hit 3 times as often. Ortega also only has 1 win in the last 5 years, and we're going to trust him here. Come on. Aljo has only lost to the number 1 contender in Movsar Evloev at featherweight, so feel like this is a good fight for Aljo. It's only 3 rounds. Yeah, it's in China, but that no guy really has the advantage there, so I'm riding with Aljo here. If you guys are looking for anything else to take, I do think this goes long. The over 2.5 is minus 300. Definitely parlay it if you're going to take that. Ortega's hit it in 4 of his last 6, and Aljo's hit it in 3 of his last 4. So I feel like Aljo loves to go long. Ortega, obviously the sub is always on the table, but Aljo's not getting subbed here. Come on. Neither of these guys has been subbed before. Sterling by decision is minus 125 if you want to throw that in a parlay. I feel like that's the most likely outcome. Half of his pro wins have come by decision, including his last 2 wins, and Ortega lost by decision twice before, including his last fight. So, main event, we got Johnny Walker taking on Mingyang Zhang. So Walker is 21-9 with 1 no contest. That is 7-6 with 1 no contest in the UFC. Zhang is 19-6. That is 3-0 in the UFC. Walker is winless in 3 straight fights. Zhang has won 12 straight, all 12 of those by finish. Walker, 33 years old. Zhang just turned 27 years old last weekend. Still just 27, dude. I really didn't know what to take here, guys. I had a few different things in mind, but the odds just weren't playing out to plus money, so I ended up settling, I guess I'll say, on Mingyang Zhang money line. Let's go, Mountain Tiger. Minus 350. I'm parlaying it with Fight Does Not Go the Distance in Taiyilake, Crosbie, and Aljamain Sterling money line. Those 3 together get me plus 110. Mingyang, he lands over 10 strikes per minute through 3 UFC fights, which is fucking absurd. If he qualified for minimum 5 UFC fights, that would lead the UFC in strikes per minute, just for reference there. 3 times the amount that Johnny Walker lands per minute. All 19 of his wins have come by finish. Walker was finished in 2 straight fights. Also, he hasn't been out of round 1 in 16 straight fights. So, I dabbled with the over 1.5, and I was like, I don't even think this is worth it, man. This fight's probably ended in round 1. So, Mingyang, let's go. If you guys are looking for anything else to take, you want Zhang by KO. It's a little cheaper, minus 215. 13 of his 19 pro wins have come by KO, including 9 straight. And Walker's been KO'd 6 times before, very goofily every time, too. Fight end by KO is minus 700. I mean, hefty ass price, but 22 of Walker's 31 pro fights have ended by KO, and 16 of Zhang's 27 pro fights have ended by KO. That's 66% combined, and they've both been KO'd before. I think Johnny Walker might be a live dog here. Money line plus 300. He's winless in 3 straight, but 2 of those came to the champ. Other came to a former title challenger. He's got a 7-inch reach advantage. He hits hard, and Zhang's been KO'd before.
I'm worth 100,000 like Woodrow. When a ball call me Wilson, going overboard at the Hilton.